Hey guys, how are we all doing? So this is like a dear diary for you. So this is my first day in work. It's Tuesday, and it is now 25 past 6 in the evening. So it's been a long, busy day. Fortunately, it was warm and sunny. Um, so the first part of the morning was I had to get up at 4:45, which nearly killed me, and had to be into work for 8 o'clock. So I had to catch two buses. So that was all okay. And then in the morning, we just went out. Me and this other guy were starting with the same agency today. So we went out with this driver who's obviously been doing it a long time. And he wanted to test us again. So the other guy, I can't remember his name, he drove first, but he's been an ambulance driver all of his life. So he knew Liverpool really well and he didn't need to ask where to go. And, obviously he could drive. And so that was all simply done. And the examiner guy who was sat in the chair seats where I was sat didn't talk to me at all, kept calling me love. I thought, yeah, this is going well. And so then he said to me, oh, you won't be driving for a while. You'll be going as a sort of like an escort until you're happy. And I said, no. I said, I've come here to drive. I said, I'm ready to drive. So I said, if it's okay with you, we'll swap over when we get somewhere and I'll drive back. And he said, are you sure? He said, I don't want to force you. I said, no. I said, I've been driving all my life. It's something I can do. I can't do escort very well. Um, so he said, oh, okay. So anyway, when we got to this location and I swapped with the guy, you could see he was really nervous about me driving. And he said, before you drive, love, he said, just make sure you take the handbrake off, make sure you're in gear and all this bits and pieces. And I said, yeah, okay. So I sat there very quietly and I thought, oh. So I did make a crack a joke. I said, well, I tell you what, I won't go faster than 70 miles an hour and I'll try not to slam my brakes on too hard. He did laugh, which is good. So anyway, I drove him back and he was sat in the back and he was actually sat in the back chatting to the bloke all the way back. I had to say, which way do I turn? Because I have no idea about Liverpool at all. I've got no idea where I am or where I'm going. So I said to him, I really don't know Liverpool, so I'm going to have to ask you where to turn and everything. So I said, yeah, that's fine. So as I was driving along, he said, you turn left here, do this, do that. And I was sort of trotting along quite nicely. And then he said to me, right, he said, we're going to get to this place called Five Ways. He said, now this is a place that's difficult. So, be on your best lookout sort of thing. And I said, yeah, okay, no problem. So I get up to this place and I just sailed through it. It wasn't an issue for me, which was quite good because I think he was waiting for me to cock something up. And I didn't. I am a professional driver. I have done it a long, long time. Lorries and cars. So I had no issues with the width of my vehicle or anything. My biggest worries are being able to strap those wheelchairs in properly. So anyway, when we get back, he said, you're both ace drivers. I'm really happy to let you go out. So I said, thank you very much. Now this afternoon, so that finished around about 10:30. We get sent home then, or out back to wherever we're going, and we're not back in till 2:30, which was really good. So I grabbed a bus, got home for 11:30. Took about an hour. Takes about an hour to go from the location back to home, and I had 2 hours at home. So I had already taken a packed lunch with me just in case I couldn't get home in time. I was prepared to stay out all day, as I am tomorrow and the rest of the week, and forwards as well. So I got home. I managed to get a kip in because I was knackered. When you're trying to prove yourself, especially as a female, it's so much harder. I thought you just can't mess up anything. So anyway, got home, and then in the after got back for 2:30, and then in the afternoon we were sort of like sitting in the bus with someone else driving. This guy that I was started with, he went on another bus with another driver, and I went on this bus with a guy called Alan and an escort lady called Lynn, and they were lovely. So they've been doing it for like donkey's years, 16, 20 years. So I was just following Alan all the time. So when he stops the bus, then has to go and get the wheelchair ramp down and then pick the person up, put them in their wheelchair. And he does a lot of wheelchairs. So we had 4 wheelchairs. A lot of the bus routes, mostly people can walk. But this guy has sort of his route, and he does, several wheelchairs. So I was following him around, so followed him outside, watched how they put the lift down, and the escort lady, helps as well. The escort lady, she does the lifts really, so I said to her, that's fine by me. I said, anybody wants to do any extra work that I don't have to do is fine, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So she said, oh yeah, okay. So she showed me, and she did everything. Alan gets the guy or the girl or whoever from the door and puts them on the lift and then takes them into the minibus, and then you've got to clamp them all down. And that's the bit that's quite technical. And because the minibuses are old, they don't have any modern stuff, so you've got to know how to do it. So I was watching him about hooking this thing in there and that thing in there, and the seat belts that come around here and the other belt that goes around there, and there's quite a lot that goes with it. So it was really good. Really good afternoon, really busy. I'm really tired. Can't wait to go to sleep. I've got things to do, but get ready for tomorrow, get my packed lunch sorted and everything. So another day tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. They said to me at the end of the day, you are coming back. You are going to be a driver, aren't you? You will stay. And I said, yeah. As far as I know, I am. So the other guy who started today, I don't know whether he's going to stay, because he didn't know it was going to be 5 days a week. But it's split shifts, and he thought he was doing 3 hours, but it's not. It's like 5 hours each day. Yeah, has possibilities. I really enjoyed it. It was great fun. I love being busy. I love driving. I do like the technical stuff. I'm really good at it once I know it. It's like with most stuff, I'm quite neurotic. I said to them, don't worry. I said, I always seem like I can't do stuff, but I actually can. I just like to learn it properly. And then I ask a lot of questions. And then once I know it, and then you don't have to worry about me anymore. So they've said, yeah, that's fine. Ask away. Do whatever you like. So they're really cool and laid back there. So it was a really good day, and I really enjoyed myself. So that's day one over with. Going to get some sleep and get up again for 4:45 tomorrow morning. Oh, killer. Still, never mind. See you later. Also, one of the drivers at the centre, his son owns a company that does van conversions. So I said, oh, that's just what I'm looking for, because, I'm going to buy a van and then I want to convert. And his son does those things. So I said, can I have a look at some photos and have his name for when I get my van? So that's a really interesting thing for me. Once I get the van, I can see what the costs are for any conversions that I can't do that he might be able to do, like putting windows in, things that I definitely couldn't do. So, yeah, that's interesting. Good start, isn't it? So it is Wednesday, second day at work, and it's been a really good day today. So I was paired up with this driver who's been there 6 years, called John, and he was really good to get on with. He was so informative. So not only did he tell me about the do's and don'ts, but he told me about the things you can worry about and the things you don't need to worry about. So he gave me loads of information, and in the afternoon I got to drive his bus. So in the morning he drove the bus and I sat beside him, sort of like the escort, and we picked up 3 people and took them to their location. And then in the afternoon did the checks, and off we went and picked up our people, dropped them back, and I was driving a van, and it was great. I loved it. Loved driving. So I was in my element, and we chatted all the time. It's just really, really easy to get on with. So yeah, and then finished round about 4:30 and headed home. Got home about 5:30, because at lunchtime it only takes me just over half an hour to get home. So in the morning when I'm going home after sort of 10 o'clock, whatever, I'll get the bus into town. There's loads of them just passing where I work all the time. So I get the bus into town, and then I'll go and grab a train quickly to home. That's 15 minutes on both of those. It takes me about half an hour to get home, and that's really good. And I've got about 2 hours at home before I have to start thinking about going back to work again. And don't forget, it doesn't cost me a penny. Cost me in the morning, cost me £4 each day because I can't use my free card after 6:30 in the morning, between 6:30 and 9:30. So that costs me £2 into town and then £2 town to the place of work. So £4 a day, £20 a week. Oh, still, never mind. You've got to pay out something, haven't you? So the rest of the day is obviously free. So yeah, it's been a really good day today. It's been very hot. The people we picked up were lovely. They're really chatty. So it was a nice ride as well. A nice group of people. So that was fun. So I don't know what tomorrow brings. Each day is completely different, and you just have to wait till you turn up and you're told what to do. So there's two of us lady drivers now, but all the rest are men. You can use a sat nav in the van, so I've gone and bought a sat nav holder. I use my Google Maps to get me around. But today he just said, "Oh, turn left here, turn right there." We just did it that way, and that worked really well. So it was a good day out today. Had lots of fun. So see what tomorrow brings. Oh, and they've given me Liverpool Council have given me a yellow jacket with Liverpool County Council on, so I feel like I'm a real worker now. So that's exciting as well. I know, just little things that please me. So that's cool. Brand new one as well. Brand new jacket. Bright yellow or green or whatever you call it. It's cool. Okay, guys, catch you later. Be good. Morning, guys. So it is Saturday morning, and I've done 4 days at my new job now. And it's been tough. And the biggest reason was because of the heat. The heat and trying to clip in wheelchairs on a minibus is real hard labour. But it has been fun. I've learnt so much in just 4 days. I've learnt so much. So I've driven a couple of different minibuses, big fat ones, little thin ones, a nice modern one that belonged to a regular guy. So I've been sent out in all their size of minibuses, driving all around Liverpool and getting lost. But fortunately, I had a driver with me each time. 90% of the drivers are men. I think there's one other lady that I've seen. She's a lot younger than me. So I'm probably the oldest female. But all the men around about the same age as me. It seems that the retired people go for this job because it's one. Well, they're telling me that once you know the job, it's really easy and it's really fun. And some of them have been there over 20 years, so you can see how they stay. They like it. So I shall see how long I stay. But they're lovely. They even though I was a female, and they were really nervous when they got in the bus with me because they didn't know how I was going to drive, because I know that a lot of us females don't drive too well. So, so they were really good at giving me directions. Yeah, turn right here, turn left there, straight over there. I didn't really mess up too much. It was really fun. My hardest job was doing the wheelchairs. So, but most of my days have been picking people up in wheelchairs. So using the lift to put them in, strapping them in properly, and that's quite a complex thing. It really is. It's the council. You have to do it properly. You can't be hapdash, because the lawsuits or whatever that can happen if things go wrong are just humongous, and they can't afford to pay out for that. So they are very strict on that. And that's why they keep sending you out and sending you out every day with an experienced driver or PA, passenger assistant. So I've been the driver, which has been quite nice. That's very nice of them to let me drive the bus because, as a driver, that's what you want to do, but they've had to play escort. Passenger assistants, as they're called, are not allowed to clip the wheelchairs in. That's down to the driver. So there is so much that is down to the driver. Not only do we drive, but we then have to go up in the ramp with the wheelchair, put the wheelchair into the minibus, park it up, clip it in, make sure it's stable, secure, make sure the customer is happy, or service user as they are called, make sure they're happy, and then you go to the next one and do that. So, you might be picking them up from their home, or you might be picking them up from a centre, and you just have to make sure every time you do it right. And some of the wheelchairs are quite complicated because not only do you have push wheelchairs, you have electric wheelchairs, and you've got to find the proper areas to clamp the clamps. because you can't just put a hook around anything. It's got to be in a particular place. So it's been a lot of learning. And because it was so hot, I was just so hot. I just wanted to go home. At lunchtime every day, I got the buses home. I just needed to get away for 1 or 2 hours, however long it was. Last week has only been 4 days: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And next week it's Monday to Friday. So it's been hard work. I've been really enjoying it because I've loved the driving and I'm learning so much of Liverpool. I mean, we just go everywhere. It's not just one little area, it's everywhere, and we do so many different things. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of work out there, so I'm hoping to be able to stay here for a while. We'll see how it goes. And I will catch you all soon. Take care. Thank you for watching my video, guys. I'm sorry there was a lot of and ahs there, and I hope I didn't rattle on too long. I just wanted to get a video out to you this week to let you know how it all went. And there we go again. So hopefully I will talk to you next weekend, but I'm not too sure. I'll see how the week goes. I'll update you as soon as I can. And I will catch you all soon. Take care.